Tonight, some of the survivors of the Club Q mass shooting are upset with club ownership, claiming a memorial outside for those killed was taken down this week without any notice to them.
The club owners, though, tell us the plan was always to have a permanent memorial, which would replace the weathered and worn photos sitting outside. They say the families knew they would be taken down one day. KRDO 13's Tyler Cunnington joins us live from the club to share what victims are saying tonight. Tyler.
Yeah, Bart and Heather, it is a bit of a strange sight here tonight, a scene that we are all too familiar with. All of these colored panels and really this entire front entrance, previously decked out, of course, with those large photos that used to represent each one of those victims lost in this shooting, but of course, plenty of other items to memorialize them. But tonight, it looks as if nothing had ever happened here at Club Q. Now, the ownership tells us it was time to move on to a more permanent means of memorializing. However, families and victims tell us they had no idea there were plans for such an abrupt cleanup. The front entrance of Club Q now barren. A far cry from the way it looked for over 2 years after the horrific mass shooting in 2022. The ownership of Club Q saying they took those victims' photos down on Tuesday to be transferred to the permanent memorial, a set of towering pillars right next to the club.
I found out from a Facebook post that was shared publicly from a community member.
Ashton Gamblin suffered 9 gunshot wounds that night. She says she spoke to the families of shooting victims Kelly Loving and Derek Rump after she found out.
They had no idea. This isn't anything that was communicated to us at all.
Ownership tells KRDO 13 they haven't communicated with families since the victims filed a lawsuit against the owners in November of 2024.
This process has just been difficult and continues to be difficult.
And it appears Gamblin isn't alone in her frustrations either. An employee of the mini golf course right across from the club explaining the now blank walls had been spray painted just yesterday.
In the orange square, they wrote a couple names in.
Still faintly visible tonight.
And then the yellow square, they put some words like "save their lives" or something. So obviously, somebody was angry that they took those things down.
Now, the owner of Club Q was not available for an interview. He says he was abroad this afternoon. However, he told us in part over text that, quote, that memorial, the one you see right behind me, belongs to the families and the community. It will be there for decades to come to remember those victims. Cardboard signs will not, end quote. He adds that families have known since the 2-year anniversary mark that there were plans to move away from the temporary memorial and to move towards making this the place for people to come moving forward. For now, reporting live here outside of Club Q in Colorado Springs, Tyler Cunnington, KRDO 13.